Okay, we are live. If there is anybody in the chat section, please let me know. Am I audible? Just give me a thumbs up in the chat section if everything is fine with my stream. We are live. If there is anybody in the chat section. Okay, so I think everything is fine. So yeah, so guys, GATE has conducted its GATE 2023 exam, and now we are preparing students for GATE 2024. So many students are asking that how to prepare and what to do uh, during preparation and what not to do, because last year we many students ask us that why they have uh, lagging behind in completing their syllabus. So that's why we are having this session, so that you can see, you can go through the complete syllabus, and you would make a strategy so that you would complete your syllabus in time, and then you can practice question, because for any competitive exam it is very important to practice questions. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's start our session. So in this session, we are going to discuss about engineering mathematics GATE 2024. So basically, engineering mathematics comprises of 15 to 17 marks in GATE exam. So that is a big number, and we know that 25, 26 is always the cutoff in GATE exam, right? And if I'll talk about last year cutoff, because last year the exam was easy, so we are thinking that it would become 26, 27. There might be a possibility that it would touch 27, the cutoff, but the cutoff does not help you in getting admission. So you have to score above 55 or 60 to get a good college. So that's why you have to start your preparation from now on, and it is very important that you would take uh, one 1 week break, right, or 5 days break. And we thought that you have already taken that. So let's start our engineering mathematics uh, GATE 2024 syllabus. So if I'll talk about competitive exam, so in competitive exam, you first have to complete your syllabus, then you have to revise, and then go through the test series. These three pillars are very important, and you have to give time to each of them. If anything is missing, if any one pillar is missing, then you are not able to crack GATE. You are not able to get a good number in GATE exam. So that's why first you should have complete your syllabus uh, before 4 months from the exam, so that you can revise and revise, right? So if you have completed before 4 months from the exam, then you have 4 months left for revision and test series. Because why 4 months are important? Because you have 11 subjects, right? The main problem with GATE exam is that it has a lot of syllabus, right? The difficulty level is not so much. You can see the last year paper or the previous paper, the difficulty level is not so high. But the problem is with the syllabus, because many times happen that students are not able to complete their syllabus. So that's why this syllabus completion is important. So that's why you should start now. And you if you start now and do not give more than 4 hours, then you should then after that you would able to crack GATE exam, right? So start now and be consistent. Consistency is also important. It doesn't work like that you would study today 4 hours and you would not study after 5 days or 6 days. Then you take a break of 4 days, 5 days. Then it does not happen. Take a break, take a 1 day break if you are feeling that you wouldn't be able to study more, but be consistent. If you do not want to study any 2 days consecutively, then try to give 1 hour at least. If you would give 1 hour, then it sometimes it happen that students wants to study more, he get interest in that what they are studying. And most important thing, अगर आप start नहीं कर पा रहे, if you are not able to start, so start with 1 hour, or not 1 hour, start with 15 minutes. Just go through the syllabus and see, right? अब प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि स्टूडेंट्स पूरा टाइम नहीं दे पाते, सोचते हैं आज ही हम 2 घंटे पढ़ लेंगे, आज ही हम 3 घंटे पढ़ लेंगे, नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. तो स्टार्ट करो, सबसे पहले बेसिक 30 मिनट्स दे दो आज, फिर उसके नेक्स्ट डे 40 मिनट्स देने का ट्राई करो, फिर 40 मिनट्स 45 कर दो, फिर 50 कर दो। स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा एक पेस बनाने में टाइम लगता है, फिर उसके बाद कंसिस्टेंटली पढ़ो 4-5 घंटे। और अभी स्टार्टिंग में तो 2-3 घंटे ही बहुत है। ठीक, ओके, ठीक है। टेस्ट सीरीज। अब रिवीजन में क्या आता है, रिवीजन में आपको सारा सिलेबस रिवाइज करना है, आपको अपने शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाने हैं, सिलेबस कंप्लीट, सिलेबस रिवाइज करना है, सिलेबस रिवाइज करना है। इफ यू are the person who wants to make his or her own notes, then you can make short notes at this time, and if you want to notes, you can make notes at this time. Also you will get notes uh, from our website, then you can go through that. But it is very important, because when you make notes, then you would know what you have written, and it would help you to revise the syllabus again and again. So that's why. And one more thing, that follow uh, one book or one institute content or one thing, right? Just don't do it that you would study engineering mathematics from here and there or from many other places, because you would get confused. Let's suppose you have started linear algebra, the first subject in engineering mathematics, then you have studied linear algebra from here, and you have studied linear algebra from any second place or third place, then you have given all your time in linear algebra, you won't be able to move from to calculus and probability. This happens sometimes because we do not want to do PhD or research in any of the subject, right? So we have to study only that topic which is for gate exam, right? And we have to we have to study इतना ही कि हमें हमारा गेट एग्जाम क्लियर हो जाए और हमारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाए, राइट? ओके, सो रिवीजन करना है, सिलेबस रिवाइज करना है, शॉर्ट नोट्स बना लेने हैं यहाँ पे, एंड शॉर्ट नोट्स बना लेने हैं। एंड अब क्या होगा कि जब आप रिवाइज कर रहे होगे ना, तो आपको कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे होंगे, यू वुड फाइंड सम टॉपिक्स देयर विच यू विल फील लाइक दैट you do not want to revise, you are skipping those topics. Just write down in a box those topics and go through those topics once and once. The main important part for gate exam is that students cannot skip any of the topic. They do not have to skip any of the topic, because competitive exam are very unpredictable. You cannot say that this topic is important, so you should do questions from this topic or that topic, and you should skip those topics. And you do not have to skip any of the subject, because you never know that which subject the gate asks easy question, right? Because everybody is saying that COA is hard and difficult questions come from COA, but this 2023 in 2023 exam, very easy questions asked by gate in COA. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so next is test series. This is very important pillar. अब होता क्या है, सिलेबस कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, एंड दे ऑल्सो रिवाइज all the subjects, but they do not practice question, they do not practice question papers, and that is a very big problem, because if you do not mock those 3 hours again and again, you do not going to do excel in gate exam in that 3 hours of main exam. So that's why you have to give mock, you have to sit like you are giving gate exam, you have to remove all your extracurricular activities at that time. Just focus on this, on the exam, on the mock exam of 3 hours, and then go through the test series, and then after that analyze that test, what kind of silly mistakes you have done, what kind of topics you are not able to solve question from. Write down all those things, and when you are going to revise again, revise all those things, right? So that is a proper way to prepare for any competitive exam. Okay, so guys, if you have any question regarding gate exam or regarding engineering mathematics, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, so this is my competitive exam tripod. Cool. नेक्स्ट इज इंजीनियरिंग मैथमेटिक्स। अब देखो, इसमें क्या है, हमारे पास 4 सब्जेक्ट है, डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिक्स, लीनियर अलजेब्रा, प्रोबेबिलिटी एंड कैलकुलस। डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिक्स को हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे, विच विल बी ऑन टुमारो, एंड हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे कि डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिक्स का सिलेबस क्या है, बट उससे पहले लीनियर अलजेब्रा, कैलकुलस एंड प्रोबेबिलिटी। इन टॉपिक्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है, एनीबडी हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन टिल नाउ? If not, guys, please like the session so that it can reach to more students and more students can take benefit from these sessions. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe the channel so that you would get all these kind of session again and again. Okay, so linear algebra, calculus and probability. And if I'll tell you the weightage, so from this two questions come, two or three questions they ask generally, and it is of four. Let's suppose if they ask two questions, then it is of 3 marks. If they ask 3 questions, it is of 4 marks. So that means 3 to 4 marks, we can say that. And if I'll talk about calculus, there is always a one question, so either it is of 1 mark or it is of 2 mark. Last time they asked definite integral and many times they asked limit. We are going to study that in detail. And if I'll talk about probability, all again 1 to 2 marks question is from probability. So I can say that this linear algebra, calculus and probability consist of 7 to 8 marks. And this discrete mathematics, this consists of 7 to 8 marks. Right? That's why my total marks from mathematics is 15 to 16 marks. They always ask question from 15 to 16 marks. If you will see the question paper of GATE 2023, they haven't asked too many questions from mathematics, but in the previous year they have asked too many questions, right? And because last year 2023 paper was easy, so we can expect next year the exam paper will be difficult. Okay, so prepare like that. And I always feel like that if the exam is hard, if students are studying, then they should able to score more marks. Because let's suppose if exam is easy, like in 2023, what happens? Cut off go higher and there would be lot more competition, not in exam but in getting rank, right? What happened in that rank section? If you have done any kind of silly mistake, you would go down uh, 30-40 rank, because all students are able to solve question, right? And if you have study hard, study difficult portion and study all of these things, but what will happen? You wouldn't be able to write at that time. You would you had done some silly mistake, then your rank will go very low, right? Okay, so there is lot more competition at the rank level or at the college level which you are getting. So that's why just prepare for difficult exam, right? And this year IISc Bangalore is preparing the exam, so let's see what will happen. Okay, any doubt guys in the weightage of GATE exam? Any doubt guys? Okay, so yeah, let's move on. Next is okay, let's see the detailed syllabus of linear algebra, and I'll tell you where you will get all the previous year question, all the questions for GATE exam, so that you can plan your preparation according to that. Okay, so what would you do? All of you have studied this matrices portion in your at your school level, right? You already had done this, but you have to revise all these topics. So what would happen? You would start with matrices, राइट? मैट्रिसेस में क्या, मैट्रिक्स की डेफिनेशन क्या होती है, कैसे मैट्रिक्स को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, कैसे मैट्रिक्स के एलिमेंट्स को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, एंड देन वी विल मूव ऑन टू matrix addition, subtraction, multiplication, all these things. If you already know that, then it is good. If you do not know that, then you have to go through all the detailed things about matrices, and you have to just go through once the types of matrices, because it would help us in eigenvalue and eigenvectors, right? So we have many types of matrices, like Hermitian, skew Hermitian, orthogonal, unitary. So you have to go through all these things, transpose, conjugate, all these things, right? After doing all these things, after going matrices in detail, अब मेट्रिसेस अच्छे से पढ़ना है, क्योंकि सारा ही कुछ देखो, एक टॉपिक, ये टॉपिक्स ना इंटर रिलेटेड है. जैसे आप मेट्रिसेस पढ़ोगे तभी उसके बाद आप डिटर्मिनेंट पढ़ सकते हो, राइट? अब डिटर्मिनेंट पढ़ोगे उसके बाद आप इनवर्स की बात कर सकते हो, और ये सब कुछ यूज होगा आगे वाले टॉपिक्स में. तो आपको स्टार्टिंग वाले टॉपिक्स में अपने बेसिक्स अच्छे करने हैं, राइट? सो एंड इफ यू विल सी द प्रीवियस exams of GATE, you would find out that there are There are not so much difficult question, but they have a logic behind that. So you can solve questions if you have your basics clear, right? Okay. So then you have to go through determinant, and first you have to go through the formula of determinant, and then you have to go through properties of determinant. Because let's suppose you will get a big matrix. Big means 4, greater than 4 cross 4. Then it wouldn't be able to, uh, this formula would not help us to find out determinant, right? So that's why we have to go through properties of determinant, and we have to apply the echelon operation, the transformations, right? Like R2 minus 2 R1, R3 minus 3 R1. So all that covered in properties of determinant, right? And then later on you have to cover inverse of a matrix, right? In inverse of a matrix, you would find out that if determinant is non-zero, then you can find out the inverse. Otherwise, you won't be able to find out the inverse of a matrix. Okay. Next is LU decomposition. In LU decomposition, you break a matrix in lower and upper triangular matrix. L is lower triangular and U is upper triangular. And lower triangular and upper triangular matrix you will cover in this matrices section, right? In this LU decomposition. And using the operations, using the transformation, you would find out try to find out LU decomposition, because using the formula it would take so much time and you won't be able to do that, right? Okay. Then after LU decomposition, then you have to solve system of linear equation. And if I'll tell you system of linear equation, it is of two types: homogeneous system of linear equation, and non-homogeneous system of linear equation. नॉन होमोजीनियस सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन. अब इनमें क्या है कि राइट हैंड साइड जीरो है तो होमोजीनियस, राइट हैंड साइड नॉन जीरो है तो नॉन होमोजीनियस. इनकी हमें सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन की कंसिस्टेंसी की बात करनी है, नो सॉल्यूशन की बात करनी है, इन्फिनाइटली मेनी सॉल्यूशन, यूनिक सॉल्यूशन, तो हमें उन सब की बात करनी है इनमें. ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. नेक्स्ट आता है हमारा आइगन वैल्यू एंड आइगन वेक्टर. नाउ इन आइगन वैल्यूज अगेन ये सब चीजें जरूरत पड़ेगी, सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन की भी जरूरत पड़ेगी आइगन वैल्यूज में, आइगन वेक्टर्स में. तो आइगन वैल्यू के लिए हमारे पास फॉर्मूला होता है जिससे हम निकालते हैं. तो पहले हम फॉर्मूला पढ़ेंगे, उसके बाद हमें प्रॉपर्टीज भी पढ़नी है, क्योंकि अगेन फॉर्मूला बहुत लेंदी हो जाता है जब मैट्रिक्स बड़ी हो जाती है. if matrix is lengthy, then you won't be able to solve using the formula, because that would be a hectic task, right? So that's why I'll go through the properties of the eigenvalues, and that would help me to find out the eigenvalues of the matrix. Then eigenvectors, right? Using eigenvalues, you would find out eigenvectors and just go through in detail, because this topic is very important. And the topics I have written in linear algebra, always they ask question from determinant and system of linear equation, eigenvalue and eigenvector. In past 2 years they are asking, past 3 years they are asking question from LU decomposition, but this year they have asked question from determinant and matrices, right? Because I told you that paper was easy, so they have asked from the starting topics, right? Okay, so guys, uh, let me know if anybody have a question in this linear algebra section. Just let me know, guys. And you, if you want to write down all these topics, you can write down. This is basically GATE syllabus, and I have told you in detail these topics. Okay. If this is clear, just give me a thumbs up so that we can move to the next topic, next subject, which is calculus, which is in again engineering mathematics. Okay, Just give me a thumbs up, guys, if everything is clear in linear algebra section, so that we can move to our next section, which is calculus. Okay, let's see calculus section. Yeah, in calculus section we have limit, continuity and differentiability. In this we would find out limit. First, how to find out limit. So there is one important formula, uh, L'Hopital rule, in this limit section. All question you would able to solve using L'Hopital rule. L'Hopital rule. Right, so just go through this L'Hopital rule once and go through all the questions you have of previous year to find out the limit of the uh, question, right? Because this topic is important. Then after going through limit, then you have to go through continuity. Now in continuity, you have to use this limit topic, because definition of continuity is right hand limit is equals to left hand limit equals to function value, would give you continuity. Then you have to move to differentiability, and you have to understand the basics of differentiability. That what differentiability says, it says that at any point, if you are able to draw tangent, then the function is differentiable at that point. Okay, so in this three topics, they always ask question from limits. Sometimes they have asked question from continuity, but you have to study differentiability, because this topic is required to work on maxima and minima. Right, maxima and minima and mean value theorem. Differentiability is required, so that's why you have to work on differentiability also. In maxima and minima, you have a second derivative test, which says that if f dash x is equals to 0, you can find out the critical point. If double derivative is equals to 0, is greater than 0, you will get minima. If it is less than 0, you would get maxima. Right, so this is a formula for maxima and minima. This is second derivative test. If it is greater than 0, you will have minima. If it is less than 0, at that point you will have maxima. राइट, सो इस फॉर्मूले से आपके सारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाएंगे, तो ज्यादा डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको देख लो और एक बार फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव से एक बार ग्राफ ड्रॉ करके फंक्शन इंक्रीजिंग डिक्रीजिंग चेक करना सीख लो. देन you will be able to solve all the questions of maxima and minima. They generally haven't asked so many questions from maxima and minima, but they have asked, so we can't skip this topic. Cool. Next is mean value theorem. In mean value theorem, we have three theorems. First is uh, Rolle's theorem. First is Rolle's theorem, and second one is Lagrange theorem. Lagrange theorem, and the third one is Cauchy mean value theorem. Just go through this once, because they haven't asked question from these many times, but one time they have asked question from Rolle's theorem. So just go through it once and you would know that how to solve the question, and if the question was asked, will be asked, you can solve it. Okay, so this is Rolle's theorem, Lagrange theorem and Cauchy mean value theorem, right? In Rolle's theorem and Lagrange theorem, you have required only one function fx, but in Cauchy mean value theorem, it is for two function fx and gx. But one thing is that if you would study Lagrange theorem, then you can find out from Lagrange theorem, Rolle's theorem and Cauchy mean value theorem. So Lagrange theorem is very important, and you can derive both Rolle's theorem and Cauchy mean value theorem from Lagrange theorem. Okay. Next topic is we have is integration. Now for integration, you have to work on direct limit integral, upper limit and lower limit. For integration, they have asked many times the topic questions from integration. Okay, so they have asked many times the questions from integration. So we know that we have a definite integral and indefinite integral in integration, right? But you have to solve integration, you have to go through indefinite integration, you have to study indefinite integration, but they do not ask question from indefinite integral. They do not ask question from indefinite integral, but you have to go through, they ask question from definite integral, because indefinite integral we have lower limit and upper limit, so that's why for integration you would require indefinite integral, and for putting the limits you can use your basic maths, and you will be able to find out the integral value. Okay, so in integration, so this topic is important. So if I have to sum up any two topics from calculus, I'll give all the weightage to limits and this integration. So limit and not integration, definite integration. And you will find out when you will go through the pyqs that all the questions in past years asked from limit and integration. One time they have asked maxima and minima, one time they have asked from continuity, and one from mean value theorem. Okay, so guys, any question in calculus section, just let me know. Just let me know, guys, if there is any question from any student. At the end of this session, I'll tell you that where to study all these topics and where to find out notes of these topics at free of cost, and all the previous year questions solved topic wise, right, subject wise. So you can prepare while working on the topics, you can solve question and see that you are able to solve question while studying or not, because I told you before that it is very important that you practice the questions, the topic, for the topic with which you are studying, right? Okay, so let's move on. If any question, guys, please ask, and you can give me a thumbs up if everything is fine with this, so that I can move to my next slide. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, next topic is of probability. Now in probability they always ask one question, but the question is not so much difficult, so you can solve questions from probability. So for probability, first of all, you know the definition of probability and basic questions of probability, like if you would throw a dice, what would be the sample space, or what would be all those things, and if you have to get 5, what is the probability of getting 5, all those things you have to go through the basics of probability, right? Some getting started with probability, you have to go through all these things, so that is very important. But the topic comes from random variable, right? Then mean, median, mode and standard deviation of that random variable. Then you have to work on these distribution: uniform, normal, exponential, Poisson and binomial. And if you will see past years, you would find out that you, for every distribution you have to remember what is a mean of the distribution and what is a standard deviation. So for mean and standard deviation you have to remember of all the distribution, because when you would, yeah, when you will remember those mean and standard deviation, you will find out that they ask question, they will give the mean and they will ask the probability. So using mean you have to find out the parameter in any of the distribution, and then you have to find out the probability. So that's why for these distribution you have to go through mean and standard deviation. Next thing is conditional probability and Bayes theorem. Now this is again important. What is conditional probability? If you have to find out the probability of any given set, or any given event A when B already occurs, then that is my conditional probability. And to find out conditional probability we sometimes require Bayes theorem, so that is this theorem. These are the only topics you have to study. I have covered the complete syllabus, and I'll tell you where to study all these topics and how to study, and I'll tell you all these things. Okay, I hope these topics are clear. If you have any confusion in these topics, yeah, Tushar, I'll tell you all the topics. Yeah, these are the only topics you have to study in mathematics section, and I'll tell you how to study and where to study after these slides. Okay, so if you have to study theoretical session, if you want to study written content, I'll tell you then where you can study. If you want to go through video lessons, then I'll tell you where to go. And I'll tell you, if you want to uh, get the course, if you want to get the content for free, and if you want to pay a minimal fee and get live sessions and all those things, then I'll tell you that also. Okay, so yeah, next thing is, what would be your strategy? Preparation, revision, and execution, right? That is the same thing which I told you before. Preparation, that is syllabus completion. Revision, we know that we have to revise again and again so that we'll remember all those things. Execution is that we have to execute it before the exam, right? We have to execute it again and again so that we can excel so much that uh, we will do best, we'll give best, our best in the exam, right? So we have to go through all the mocks. We have at least 20 mocks you have to give for gate exam, right? Because in 10 mocks you would find out that you are improving, but after, because in 10 mocks you will find out, like in 5 mocks, in first 5 mocks you will find out that you are not able to solve question, you are forgetting everything and all those things. These self doubts come in mind in 5 question paper. But if you will analyze those test series and go through all the questions, all the topics which you have left while attempting the paper, or you get confusion in that paper, then if you would revise all those things, then you will be start doing good in again further 5 papers, right? In 6 7 papers, you after 10th paper you will find out that you are getting very less mistakes. But again, we have to remove all the mistakes, so that's why I'm taking these 20 papers, so that you can, you can do uh, you can do your best in your exam. Okay, yeah. Next thing is, concepts are equivalently important as practice, right? Or I'll say practice is equivalently important as concept. So when you are studying any topic, so it is important that you would solve question from that topic, because I see that students do this mistake very often. They think like that, I'll complete my syllabus first and then I'll practice question. But no, when you would complete your syllabus, you have to work on your questions at the same time. Because अगर आप क्वेश्चन आपने syllabus पढ़ लिया, if you have studied your syllabus and you haven't solved question, then while you are trying to solve the question, then you will feel like that you are forgetting everything. So that's why अगर आप कोई भी टॉपिक पढ़ रहे हो और उसके बाद एक या दो, या लेट्स सपोज 3 या 4 क्वेश्चन उस टॉपिक पर सॉल्व कर लिए, देन यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू फॉरगेट दैट टॉपिक एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम बिफोर गेट एग्जाम. ओके, चलिए, तो लेट्स सी कि हम लोग, लेट्स चेक कि हम लोग वो कैसे करेंगे. हम लोगों को पढ़ना कहाँ से है, राइट? वो भी तो देखना है ना हमें. ठीक है, तो हम लोग लिखेंगे कि लेट्स राइट डाउन Geeks for Geeks Gate. Geeks for Geeks Gate. Right? If I'll write down this, I'll find out this first link, which is of Gate CS topic wise preparation notes Geeks for Geeks. I'll click on this link and you will find out गेट सी एस नोट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू गेट 2023 सिलेबस. अब डोंट थिंक कि हमें यहाँ सिर्फ सिलेबस मिलेगा. अगर हम स्क्रॉल डाउन करते हैं तो मुझे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में सिलेबस है, यहाँ पे एप्टीट्यूड है, देन आई विल हैव हियर मैथमेटिक्स सेक्शन, एंड if I'll scroll down further, I'll have further subjects, which is algorithm, and then later on I'll have operating system. So I have all these things here. So in the first column I have syllabus. Let's scroll down to mathematics section. Yeah, I can see that this is my syllabus. Right now in syllabus, if I have to study any of the topic of linear algebra, let's see. So I have all the topics listed here. If I'll click on any of the link, let's click this link in the new tab. So I'll find out all the notes of this topic, right? I'll get all the detailed notes of this topic. And yeah, so we have examples, properties, all these things in this topic, right? So this is my notes column. So right, we have this notes column. For every subject we have this thing here, right? And if I'll go through in the third column, let's click linear algebra, right? If I'll click this third column, I'll get questions to practice here. So I can see here, let's see here, that we have 8 pages, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and on every page I have around 10 questions here. 6 7 8 9 and 10. So that means for linear algebra to practice, I have 80 questions listed here. And if I'll click on the link, we have questions. First I can solve by myself, and then I'll check the solution. If I'll click on any of the question, let's suppose this determinant question, if I'll click on this link, discuss it, then I'll get this question, right? So I have here this question, solution, right? So we'll get all these things here. So for every subject on this page, GATE CS topic wise preparation notes, I am getting questions, and I am getting, let me give this link in your comment section, right? Let me give this link in the comment section so that you would find out this. So guys, we have here in this link, we have all these things. We have notes, we have syllabus, and we have questions to practice here. Okay, so I have shared the notes link in the chat section. Okay, so yeah, Tushar, I am going to bring one session, but I'll tell you a strategy for like in 1 minute after this. Okay, so this is theoretical portion. अगर अभी आप YouTube चैनल पे हो, अगर आप प्लेलिस्ट में जाते हो, प्लेलिस्ट सेक्शन में जाते हो, तो आपको हर सब्जेक्ट की प्लेलिस्ट मिल जाएगी. इफ यू हैव टू गो थ्रू वीडियोज, राइट? If you are not able to learn through written content, then you can also go through all the videos, right? But if you want personal guidance, and if you want all the test series and all other things which we have in our GATE course, you can click on the link which we have pasted before with using GeeksforGeeks GATE computer science, right? You can enroll on this course, and you will find out detailed concepts, e-study material in which we have topic wise notes, topic wise solution, and videos created by experienced mentor. So you will get everything, and you would get live mentorship session also, so that you can excel more in the exam. But yeah, if you do not want to buy any course, you can go through written content, and also our playlist on YouTube section. You would get all of these things. Okay, so yeah, so uh, okay, so Tushar has asked that what would be the strategy. So in my opinion, you have 11 subjects, right? And you can complete 2 subjects in 1 month, right? If you would give your best, then you can complete 2 subjects. Just give any one of the subject more time, and any one of the subject less time, in which you are good or in which you are not good. Like programming and data structure, they ask question a lot of time, so you have to study that in detail, and excel in every topic, so that's why you can give more time to that. And engineering mathematics and discrete mathematics also take more time than compared to any another subject, because they have a vast syllabus as compared to other. So try not to take two or three subjects simultaneously, because then what would happen, then you cannot concentrate. You can take mathematics with any other another subject, any, because in if you do not want to study any theoretical subject, you can go through mathematics. And if if you have completed mathematics and other subject also, if you are studying any theoretical subjects, and you do not want to study that theoretical subject for 1 hour or 2 hour, you can go through aptitude, because aptitude is also of 15 marks again. So that's why Bishwajit is asking what you are teaching. Bishwajit, in this session I told you all about engineering mathematics, how to study, where to study, and what are the topics, all these things in detail. And yeah, I have all the sessions of engineering mathematics and discrete mathematics in the playlist section. You can go through that, and you will find out that we have teach we taught every topic, and then we have taken practice questions so that you would understand the topic very easily. Okay. Yeah, so you can do that, Tushar. Okay. So yeah, that's all from my side, guys. If you have any question, any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I'll wrap up this session. And guys, before ending the session, please like the session so that it can reach to more students, and more audience will take benefit from these sessions. Okay. So any doubt, guys, any question, please ask. Okay, so that's all from my side. My engineering math. EE is, I'm expecting that you are talking about engineering mathematics, Bishwajit. अच्छा, Bishwajit is saying a paper gone very bad. Co- you can give one more chance to gate exam if you want. You can prepare for gate 2024, and you can do better, and you have an edge from other students, right? You have studied all the subjects before, so that you can do much good in gate 2024. So don't lose hope. Uh, you can do it. Just take some time and relax and see what you want to do, right? Just go through your in yourself and see that you really want to give gate, and what are your motivation for giving it. And then if you realize that yeah, gate is important and you really want to give gate, then go through it once again, and remember, now you have an edge. Just don't waste it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, guys, any question? Any another question, guys? Please ask. Okay. So guys, that's all from my side. Thank you. If you feel like that you have any confusion or any doubt at the end of the session, you can put that in comment section. We'll get back to you. Okay. Thank you.